Hi guys. All right, tomorrow on Thursday the 22nd, which is Earth Day, we have our measurement test. So we're going to review a little bit beforehand, but the majority of our math block will be given to make sure that you have plenty of time for your test. So there are a lot of things going on in this test. I started writing them down here. So we've got area, perimeter, we've got conversions, we've got elapsed time and elapsed with the P. All right, elapsed time, and then we have also adding and subtracting money. So I put some of these problems on the whiteboard here, and we're going to take a look at them. So this first one, let me drag this over. So this one here is going back over perimeter. Oh, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. All right. So it says Clara's square rug. Let me get my tools out here. Let's see. Let's do some galaxy pen here. All right. So Clara's square rug. So it's square. So that's important. So I'm going to go ahead and draw it. Here's my square. It has an area of 25 feet. What's the perimeter? So area, as soon as I see that, I'm going to think area equals length times width. So here, if the area equals 25, I can just put in here 25. Drag this down. I can just put that 25 is equal to the length times width. So I have to think, if it's a square, then I know that all sides are the same. So this length and this width, whatever they are, they're going to be the same number. And I know that 5 times 5 is equal to 25, and that makes sense. 25 is equal to 5 times 5. So that means that each of these sides are 5. Well, now, again, look here in the answer choice. Don't go and choose 5 because that's not what it's asking us. It says, what is the perimeter of her rug? Perimeter, the second I see that word, I'm going to think I have to add all the sides. So my perimeter, my formula for perimeter is to add up all the sides. So 5 plus 5 would be 10, plus another 5 would be 15, with another one would be 20. So my actual perimeter is 20. All right, let me grab all this. We're going to take all of this out. Oop. All right, up next. All right, let me get this. It's all crooked. Come on, mouse. Woo! Going on a math ride. All right, galaxy pen. Well, let's see, we'll do rainbow pen this time. All right, Jamie has a rectangular. So again, that's important. Draw your rectangle. Picture frame with a perimeter of 36 inches. I know that for a rectangle, perimeter equals, we're adding up all the sides. So a rectangle has 2 lengths and 2 widths. Write down my formula. It's telling me that the perimeter is 36. So 36 is going to equal up all of those lengths and all those widths. If the length of the frame is 10, so everywhere I see L, I'm going to put 10. What is the width of the frame? So here, I want to think about this with the strip diagram. So I know that the total, everything is going to add up to 36. My lengths are 10 and 10. And the two widths, I don't know. So I've used 20 so far, meaning if I started with 36 and I've used 20, that means that there's 16 left for these two places. But I have to think I've got to split that 16 into two equal parts because the widths are the same because it's a rectangle. Those opposite sides are the same. So this number has to be the same. So if I take 16 and split it in half, that's going to be 8 and 8. And I can double check myself. 8 plus 8 is 16. And if the lengths are 10, that would be 20. And if I add that back up, because remember, add all the sides to find the perimeter, it should equal my 36. So check. All right, so that worked out. So 36. Uh-oh. No, what's the width? Sorry, I got confused for a second there. All right, width. 8 inches. All right, let's get that out of here. Let's see if this is faster. All right, next up, let's see what this one says. This one says that we have a rectangle and it measures 12 inches. So here's 12 inches. Let's see, what color do we want now? 12 by 24. There's the 24. Which expression can be used to find the area? The second I read it, I'm going to write area equals length times width of the rectangle. So here, if area equals length times width, I'm going to take my length and my width, and I'm just going to multiply them together. So I'm going to do area equals 24 times 12. So to do that, I'm going to make my box. I'm going to break down 24 into 20 plus 4 and 10 plus 2. Put those lines down where your plus signs are, and then multiply this out. 10 times 20, let's see, 2 times 1 is 2 with 2 zeros. Down here at the bottom, 2 times 2 is 4 with 1 0. Up here in the top corner, you've got 10 times 4, which is 40. And down here, 4 times 2, which is 8. When I add all that up, 40 and 40 is 80. So that would be 280 plus the 8. That's 288 is my answer for my area. All right, now let's see what they've got with these answer choices. All right. Oh, they don't even want us to solve it. I did all, well, there's an example if you had to solve it all the way. So here, they don't even want us, they want us to just find out what expression. So which of these would we be doing? So here, we did the 24 times 12. Right, yeah. All right, so there's how you would work the whole thing out. I went extra. That's all right. We need to practice that too. All right, let's see what's up next. Moving on along. All right, Maliki drew the square below. Which is the best way to find the perimeter of the square? So here, square, I know that for my square, all sides are the same. Okay, so that's important. Then when I see that word perimeter, I'm going to think perimeter equals add all sides. And so all my sides, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. So here, let's see which one of these would give us 16. 2 times 4 is 8. No. 4 times 4 is 16. Yes. 4 plus 4 is 8. No. None. Nope. So B would give us that answer of 16. All right. Whoop. All right, where are these other ones hiding? All right, let's pull this one out here. All right, we've got Mike. Let's see what Mike is up to. Mike is building a rectangular dog pen that is 12 feet wide. So here, rectangular 12, there's my 12 feet, and has a perimeter. I'm going to write it down. P equals add all sides. So the perimeter is 64 feet. So here it told me what the P is going to be. Perimeter is 64. So instead of writing the letter P, I'm going to put 64 instead. Then I've got to find the length. So here is the length. I know this side is 12, and these are the parts that I am missing. So perimeter equals add all sides. Well, we've got 4 sides. We do not know the lengths, but we do know the width, so we can put in those 12s. So instead of writing W, I can just put 12 since we know the width. And then this is similar to the one that we just did. So here we know the total, 64. We know I could go ahead and combine the lengths and get 24. 12 plus 12 is 24. The thing that I'm missing is the lengths. So if I take my whole 64 and I subtract 24, the part that I know, I'm left with 40. So this right here has to add up to 40. They have to be the same because they are these lines that are right here, and these lines are the same length. So you take 40 and you split it in half and you get 20. So the length is 20. Then you can check it. 20 plus 20 plus 12 and 12, add up all the sides, and they should give you, what is it, 64. So 2 and 2 is 4, 2, 4, 5, 6. So that checks out. So once, if you're given the perimeter, go back and add them all back up and see, okay, does this actually equal back to what it said it needs to equal? And if so, that's a good way you could check yourself. All right, let's see what's next. All right, now this one, we're getting into some of our different units we talked about. So this one, you don't have to, there's not any, you're not changing anything, you're not, you're not changing units or anything like that. These are the ones that we talked about just when we first started. If you have an object, so for here we've got the basketball hoop, and we want to find the best estimate for us for the height. So think about, here's my horrible drawing of a basketball hoop. Oh, it's worse than I thought. All right, so there's my basketball hoop. So let's think about how tall, what the height of that could be. So 10 yards. I know 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. And so if I had 10 yards, I'm thinking that would be way too big. So not yards. Meters are very similar. They're only 3 inches different. So that's going to be about the same. Millimeters is way too tiny. See that milli? That means small, something really small. And I'm thinking, okay, 10 feet. I'm thinking I'm under 6 feet. I'm 5'5". So when I stand, I stand to about up here. So I'm thinking that 10 feet would be the closest because a basketball is, of course, the top is quite a bit taller than I am. And so if I'm right here at almost 6, that would be about maybe another 4. So I'm going to go with 10 feet for the best estimate. Now, it's an estimate, so it's not an exact. It's just which one would be the closest. So think about what you know about the different units and their sizes, and then you're going to have to make the connection with whatever object it's asking you about, whether it's talking about the length of something or the weight or something like that. All right, there's one more of those kind. So let's see what this one says. All right, we've got a pair of boots, and the boots weigh 2.5 kilograms. Which object has a mass that's closest to a pair of boots? All right, well, right away, I know a washing machine is way heavier. I can carry a pair of boots. I cannot carry a washing machine. A box of Kleenex weighs barely anything, so I don't think it's going to be that. Same with the computer mouse. Those are very light. Dictionary, a pair of boots, I mean, they're not super light, but they're not super heavy. Same thing with the dictionary. Like, it has some weight to it. Not, it's not light like these things, but it is kind of heavy like the boots. So I think I'm going to go with dictionary for that one. Alrighty, take that out here. All right, next we have a table, and this table is showing us the feet and yards. So we've got, all right, table, the numbers of feet and the equivalent number of yards. On his last kick, Jimmy kicked the soccer ball 45 feet. How many yards did he kick it? All right, so our table, think about this like when we did, let's go back to Galaxy Pen here. Remember when we did the input and output tables and we had a rule? Well, same thing here. We know we're either multiplying or dividing. And here you can see that when we go from our input to our output, we're going from a 12 to a 4. We're getting smaller. So we've got to be dividing by 3. So I'm going to go and I'm going to not do that. Let's see, 3. So I'm going to see if 3 is my rule. So if I do 15 divided by 3, yes, that equals 15. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Yes, that's right. And then 25 divided by 3, yep, that's also 7. So the rule is to divide by 3. So I'm going to take my feet, 45, and I'm going to divide it by 3, and that will give me the number of yards. So I'm going to make my division problem here, and I'm going to make my boxes. All right, let me change my color. 3 can go into 4 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract that, you get 1. Bring that up. 3 goes into 15 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. And there's no remainder. So 15 yards is what 45 feet would equal. So using that input-output table can be very helpful when you're solving these conversions. All right, let's go with this one. Got a few more here. Thanks for continuing to watch and follow along. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. Allie's school recycles newspapers. Last month, the school recycled 47 pounds of newspapers. How many ounces did the school recycle? And then we've got the griddable to record our response. So here I'm looking for the units. So I see that we're talking about pounds and we're talking about ounces. So I know that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. I got that. If I'm not sure, I'm actually going to go double check myself just to make sure. And I'm looking at my reference material, and yep, 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So double check yourself, even if you think you're sure, like I did. And so here, I should have done that with the feet and yards too. Let me check while I'm at, yep, 1 yard equals 3 feet. All right, so pounds and ounces. So we have 47 pounds. And so we want to change these into ounces. So I know that if it takes 16 ounces to make 1 pound, the pound is my bigger unit, and I'm moving here. Well, actually, you know what? I wrote this backwards. Let me start over. Because here, let me tell you what I did. They put, oh no, I did it right. Oh, darn it. Let me see if I can go backwards. Oh, yay. Okay. I thought they were starting with ounces, but I was right. It's pounds. We're all good. All right. So I'm going from a big unit to a smaller unit. An ounce is a lot smaller than a pound. So here, if I am going from a big to a small unit, I am going to be multiplying. So I'm going to take my 47 pounds. LBS stands for pounds. And I'm going to see how many ounces this is. And so if I have 47, I'm going to do 47. Oh, goodness. Make a prettier 4 here. 47 times 16. Here, this is a 2 by 2, so I'm going to make a pretty big box. And I'm going to break down my 47 into 40 plus 7, my 16 into 10 plus 6. Put those lines where those plus signs are. Start my multiplication. Add those up. 400 and 240 is 640. Plus 70 would be, move little person, there you go. All right, 0, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7, 7, 10 plus 42, 2, 5, 7. So 752 ounces. Now, when I go to write this, again, this is the hundreds, tens, and ones. There are no decimals, so we don't need anything in that last two boxes. You can leave it blank if you're just, it's bugging you. Put some zeros in there if you don't like leaving it blank, but do not put any value in there. There's nothing there. So zeros or nothing. 7, 5, 2. Okay, the 7 is in the hundreds place, the 5 is in the tens place, the 2 is in the ones place. So 752 ounces. All right, get rid of this. All right, let's see. Two more. All right, here we are getting into the money portion. All right, so Scott's got some money, probably more than me. Let's see what he has. All right, what's this pen called? Rainbow pen. We have 2 rainbow pens. All right, Scott had a $5 bill, so I'm already seeing that there's going to be some coins. So I'm going to put my $5 as a decimal. 9 quarters. I know that it takes 4 quarters to make $1. So if he has 9, I can make another 4 and make another dollar. And then I need 1 more quarter. So that's going to be $2.25. Okay, so I'm going to check this off. I'm going to check that off. 6 dimes is 60 cents. Check that off. 3 nickels is 15 cents. Check that off. Then he gets into paying for something. Well, before we pay for something, we have to know how much money we have. So we're going to add these up. So 5 and 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he has $8. And let me get rid of this scratch over here. He has $8 and he is buying a comic book that costs $7.04. And we want to know how much money does he have left? Meaning he walks into the store with his $8. He says, I'd like to buy this comic book. The cashier says, okay, that'll be $7.04. He hands her $8. She says, "Thank you very much." Then they do they subtract it, and whatever's left over, he paid extra, so he's going to get some money back. So we can't do 0 minus 4, so we've got to do some regrouping. So this is going, let me see if I can move this down. Right there. This is going to be turned into a 10, then a 9, and a 10. All right, so subtract that. And he has got his 96 cents left. So with the $8, make sure you're lining up everything. You want that $8. Anytime you have money problems and you have a whole number, you want to put the decimal point and the 2 zeros after. All right, last one. Let's see. Elapsed time. All righty. Mr. Joe is flying. Let's see where Joe's going. Joe's plane took off at 5:43. So here's Joe. It's 5:43 p.m. And Joe says, "Adios, I'm on a plane. I'm heading out." The flight takes 2 hours and 39 minutes. So I'm going to break it down. First, I'm going to do the hours. So if I start at 5 o'clock, I'm going to jump 1 hour, 2 hours, and now I'm at 7:43. Then we've got to go another 39 minutes. Well, if I add 39 to 43 and add up those minutes, then that means that I'm going to go over. To prevent that, I'm going to break this down. So I'm going to take my 39 minutes because I'm going to put this over here to the side because that's what I have left. And I'm going to say, okay, in order to get to the next hour, if I add 17 minutes, that would put me at 8 o'clock. And so if I pulled out 17 minutes, I still have some left over. So 39 minus 17 is 22. So I need to go an additional 22 minutes. I'm going to put minutes for these. And now I'm at 8:22. So 8:22. So that's one way to do it. Let me show you another that you might like better. Get rid of all this. All right. So another way to do it is to take your time, 5:43, take the time that you're spending, and just add it up like regular. Add your minutes. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring down your dots, and 7. Well, we can't have a time that's 7:82. If someone said, "What time is it?" and you said 7:82, they would look at you like you're cuckoo. So we have to do some regrouping because there's an hour in there. An hour is the same as 60 minutes. What's left is the 22. If I take this 60 minutes and I regroup it, and instead of saying 7, I say 8, then I'm left with 8:22. So there's 2 ways that you could solve this, either with the number line, or you can look at just adding it and doing making that change so you don't have a crazy time like 7:82. And then this is PM because we started off at night there. All right, that is a little short review of each of the things that we have gone over in this unit. So I hope that helps, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.